Hey guys, and happy Thanksgiving. I was over at my hairdresser's house today and took her a couple of little canvases that I had done last week with the technique I'm going to show you now, and she asked me how to do it. So Kim, this is for you. Just wanted to get things started before I started filming, and so you'll notice that my canvas is already covered with what we call a pillow paint. All it is straight up white house paint mixed with a bit of water to get it to the same consistency as the rest of my paints, which are maiden paints that I have mixed 30% paint with 70% Floetrol to get them the consistency I like. And if there were any that were thicker, I added distilled water. One of the things I'm learning about this is that it is really critical to have all of your paints the same consistency. It just helps paint to do what it's supposed to do. I'm going to use a small airbrush that I bought on Amazon, but you can do the exact same thing I'm going to do here using a straw and your own breath. So after coating the canvas with the pillow paint, all you want to do is put a little puddle of paint in the center. And I've learned too that if you're using darker colors, separating them with a bit of white helps. So I'm just going to shake up my paint and get started and see what we end up with. So this one is a phthalo blue, which is a beautiful, beautiful color. So I'm just gonna put a little circle of phthalo blue in there. And for these tiny canvases, you really don't need a whole lot of paint. So I put just a little puddle, and I'm gonna separate that out with a bit of pearl white. I love the pearl feel of that paint, so I'm gonna use it to separate that. Oh yeah, I forgot I didn't cut the end of this one. Smart like truck. I'm going to use a magenta. And I'm going to put some gold in there. I always like to use some metallics. Just gives it a nice shine. And then I'm going to use this really nice metallic purple as well. And I'm going to put some more pearl white in there. So I've generously coated my canvas, and I'm not going to add any more white paint. But what I am going to do is I'm going to use my airbrush. Lots of painters that you'll see on YouTube actually will coat the paint that they've got in the center with their pillow paint. I'm not going to do that today. I am just going to blow this around and see what I get. So once you've got your paint kind of spread, which I've done here, then all you do is give it a little spin on this to get it to the ends. And I don't know if you can see, but I'm already getting some cells occurring in the paint. So I'm just gonna spin it. That stretches those cells a bit. The colors are a little bit muddy here, so I'm just going to use the airbrush again to see if I find a deeper pocket of paint, which you'll quite often find as you're doing these. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of blue underneath. So I'm just gently blowing so that I get some of that blue out from under the white. I do find that if you overwork the paint though, that you will end up with muddier colors. So I do want to keep them relatively vibrant, but I have found that nice pocket of blue under there, so I'm just going to spread it slightly more toward the edge. And then again, I'm just going to give it a little spin. And as you can see, some of the paint flings off as you do this. So this is definitely something you want to keep contained if you're in your kitchen like I am. But as you can see, it does spread the design a bit and your cells get larger as you spin it. These do change over time. So what I mean by that is as it's drying, it will stretch over to the edge. So once you find something that you like in terms of your design, then you stop, but it may change a bit as it's curing. But once you get something you like, popping it onto a place to dry just to give it some time is a great idea. The other thing I'm going to do is just torch the top of it, because that does start some lacing and some other cells developing, and it is as simple as that.